Hello, I'm Tony.
How about now? Now we got it. Now you got it though. Right? Fixed? I think it's fixed. I'm pretty sure it's fixed. Pretty sure. Yeah, I know. I can see that you can hear. How's it going, fellas? What's up? Tony, I'm glad you're here. I think I want to try and fire up your devices. I've been wanting to. James is here. Shane. Randy, Luis. How's it going, fellas? Thanks for coming by. Hey, Rob. Bobby, how's it going? Let me pop this chat out so I don't have to look away from the camera. There we go. All right. All right. How's it going, everybody? What you guys up to? Why do you have to be live now? I have to get some work done. Sorry, man. I wanted to do it this morning. I just stayed up too late, got up too early. My sister's in town. I love hanging out with her, so. Oh, good. Rob's editing a video. Fantastic. What's on the menu for today? I think we're going to do Tony's ESP-32 project things. These guys. The ones I opened on the stream like a month ago. And they're still sitting here, but I think I'm ready. I read his instructions, and he's here. He's here, at least for now. He's probably like, what time is it, Tony? On the other side of the globe. It's probably, I guess maybe it's morning. Are you up early? What's going on? Wisecam, Home Assistant, need help. Julio, anybody use Wisecam? I don't. Is that that's those really nice ones that are really nice? They're like $20, right? Am I running HassOS? Not yet, Stuart, not yet. Was that you that was telling me where you were running into troubles because of the IDs? I think that was just the automations. I really do. I think, and if you do the automations through the automations editor, it will assign one of those, IDs. But if you make your own automations, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have those unless something's drastically changed that I'm not aware of. That's how it's been. So, rebuilding Home Assistant. All your modified Sonoff and open MQTT gateway stuff. Awesome, Brett. So, hey, James is here. James, did you post that video? I just watched it, through the link you sent me. But Jay After Dark posted a video about, or he will soon if he hasn't, about ESP-NOW on the RF bridge, and that's awesome because that's another great option. And actually, James was the one that told me about open MQTT gateway, so he's got a good perspective for that RF bridge and what works well with it. So he did post it. Okay, let me put the link in here for everybody then, because I don't think it'll let you do it. Hey, Jose. Oh, okay. It wasn't you, Stuart. It was somebody else. Sorry. All right, let's find Jay After Dark. Jay After Dark. Here it is. All right. Copy and bingo. All right. So check it out. If you want another option for the RF bridge, James will show you how to use ESP-NOW. I've got the Tasmodo one working on mine. I'm just waiting for a couple of sensors to come. I got one in the mail. It's the water sensor. I think I mentioned it last time. Hey, it's Warren. I got this water detector, like a leak detector, but it requires this dang crazy size battery that I don't have. It's like one of those 12 volt CR123 or something, and so I don't have one. And so I had to order one from Amazon. I won't get it for a couple days. And then I'm waiting for those ones that have this they send several different messages, open, close, and tamper. So if somebody pulls it off, it gives you a message. So that's going to be pretty cool. Ooh, Jose, Tasmodo 6.1.1 fixed all your Sonoffs. Fantastic. Oh man, that's great news. That's great news. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully that'll keep trickling in. We'll keep getting people trickling in saying, "Hey, I got it fixed now. You know, my Wi-Fi stuff's worked out. It's not a problem anymore." Because that's been a bummer lately that so many people are having troubles with that. So, all right. Hey Barry, how is it down there? Okay, Stuart, still a noob. Time to get Home Assistant up and running yet. Most of the stuff on smart things. Don't ban you. No, we can't ban you. We're gonna bring you along. We're gonna convert you. I think the more you get into it, from what other people have told me, the more you get into it, the more the limitations of something like smart things will start to bother you, and you'll want to be able to be totally free to do, all kinds of different stuff. And so that's when Home Assistant will really start to shine for you, because your imagination is pretty much the limit, and if you can't do it, if you get on Discord and find some of these guys in the Discord chat, somebody probably already has done anything that you could imagine. And if they haven't, then they'll probably be willing to help you do it. So that's pretty cool. And let me pull up my email instructions from Tony. Tony's probably going to go to bed or something. Are you around still? Do I have Sonos Basics for all the lights in my house? I don't, Jeff. And the reason is sometimes it's not better to have a smart switch. That's just the dang truth. Sometimes if you don't need the extra complexity, you're just causing yourself more problems by, putting another device in there with a lot of points of potential failure, right? These Sonos are great. They're cheap. They work, but they're not perfect, and they're not nearly as reliable as just a mechanical switch that just turns on and off. So there are still lots of switches in my house. I don't think I will ever put a Sonos in because, it just add a problem or a potential problem. I do it and I still have plenty that I still want to do that I haven't had time to do. But any place where the lights get left on, or where I want, something to happen, I want it to be on at a certain time or off at a certain time, or for convenience sake, then that's where I've got them. So that most of it is in my office still. Like I probably have, I don't know what, 8 or so probably in this room alone. Lunchtime. Oh, sweet. It's lunchtime. Okay. Good deal. All right. Let's open up this email. And I think it was pretty much came down to just firing it up, right? Okay. Power up the receiver and the screen will say booting. Let's do it. Mini USB there, micro USB. All the lights in your house get left on. Well, then maybe, you know what, Jeff? Then I would, any light that gets forgotten and left on is a prime candidate for a Sonos. That's absolutely true. That's, some of the main ones that I have. That's why I've got the boys' bathroom, which is just here down the hall. They leave the bathroom light on in the shower part of the bathroom, and then where the sink is, there's 2 different switches, and they leave them on. Well, they used to leave them on all the time. So now they're both zone offed, and now we don't have that problem. Because if I see them on, funny part is though, like I'll see them on, even I'm at work, and I'll just be poking around looking at my Home Assistant, and I'll see that there's a light on in one of the boys' rooms, or in the bathroom, sorry, and so I'll just turn it off. And every once in a while, there's somebody in there. and on the room that has the toilet in it, the switch is on the outside of the door. That's a dumb design, but that's what they did. And so you can't turn it back on, right, without getting up off the pot and turning it on. So, oh man. Okay. Oh, cool. Would you use smart Z-Wave switches for when you need more reliability? Since it acts just like a physical switch, but has smarts when needed. I don't know. I don't think I would do Z-Wave. I've probably gone on my Z-Wave rant before. The problem I have with Z-Wave is just the price and the fact that it's nothing spectacular as far as technology goes. It's just, they made it proprietary, so no, but I see what you're saying, right? I see what you're saying. You want a switch that's going to be a regular switch when the smart part's not working. Most of this, like Sonos, that they'll work as long as they have power. Even if just by pushing the button, the relay, you can still get the relay to trip pretty easy. I mean, to have that part malfunction would be pretty rare. I guess it could happen, more often the problems come from the Wi-Fi and them losing connection and not being accessible to the router and stuff like that. So where the problems come in for the Sonos usually is that it's in the Wi-Fi. Bathroom fans on a smart switch is the best. You flip it on if you get things right. But yeah, who was it? Was Tony? Was it you that was talking about? Somebody was telling me that they had a, what did they call it? They called it a courtesy button in their bathroom. So they would, if you had a good dinner and you took care of business, and then you're leaving and you want to make sure the fan runs for 10 or 15 minutes after you're gone, and then shuts off because you don't want it running forever. I think they set the push and hold, part of the command so that you hold the button down and then it'll kick the fan on and it will go off after a 10-minute timer. That's really smart. So, oh man, hey Ollie, I'm not so great. In Japan, the bathroom switches are usually on the outside of the room. Oh, Bobby, see, well, then then you just make sure you take your phone with you in the bathroom in case somebody switches the light off on you on the outside. You can switch it back on, right? All right, I'm hunting for a cable here. I got this one, but I think it's kind of short. It'll probably work. Yep, it'll work. Okay. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that, Brett. Brett added a D1 Mini to his Airwick auto sprayer. So somebody's on their business that turns on the fan. That's genius. That's smart stuff. Okay, here we go. This is Tony's T Lamont 941. If you guys don't know who Tony is in the chat, and he made these ESP32 based. This is sort of the hub, right, Tony? And he included a PIR sensor on it. And when we fire it up, we should get some information on the display. And this runs on a different protocol, right? It's not MQTT, it's something else. There we go. I'm going to turn it around so I can see it. So is it going to be upside down for you guys? I can probably do something about that. Let me see. Let me play with this camera here for a second. Configure. Oh yeah, so this has to go away. We don't want this. James, I haven't started using the Streamlabs version yet. I downloaded it that night, but I haven't gone back to it yet. I don't want auto. How do I flip it? I guess I can't. Not here anyways. That looks a little better. Okay, ESP-NOW is not even Wi-Fi, is it? Oh, seriously? Cool, we're gonna get some learning going here. Awesome. All right, ESP-NOW set up. There's my, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that IP address. How's that possible? Wait, can that be possible? That thing can be hooked up? I don't think it can be. Not yet, right? Do I need... Okay, what's the next step? Oh, really? It doesn't even connect. All right, let's see. Next step is... After a minute or so, it'll say, now set up an IP address, connect to the device via Wi-Fi and navigate to the... Okay, I got you. I got to do it on a phone or something, right? Oh, okay. So there's going to be a Wi-Fi access point. Yep, gotcha. Okay. Wi-Fi access point. ESP-NOW setup. Cleverly named. Okay, and I'm there. And it did not require any password. So now we're going to go to this... to that IP address, 192.168.4.2. Is it 4.2? 4.1. And there we go. Sweet. Okay. So I guess I should have done this on something you guys could see, but here's my ESP-NOW landing page, right? AP mode landing page. And so now we're going to put in my Wi-Fi information here. You guys already know my Wi-Fi password probably, right? If you don't know it yet, just hang around. I'll probably reveal it at some point before we're done tonight. Oh. All right, I'm going to put my MQTT server in. Yeah. Password. Who does everybody use a user and password for MQTT? There's some folks that don't, and I was kind of surprised by that. Do you guys all use it? Just curious. Motion delay, host name. I'll change that. Oh no, I'll leave it. That's fine. That way I know what it is. Okay, rebooting. Here we go. Paul does not. James does. John doesn't. Tony doesn't. Oh. So insecure service is not good. Yeah. You know, MQTT, the thing about MQTT, I guess somebody could probably, I mean, they'd have to be in your home network already, right? Hey, Travis. Have to be in your home network. Hey, Grandpa. No, because you have to be in your home. Home automation is available in your network. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now it's connected, right? Reboot, connect your Wi-Fi. Insert a battery into the sensor. Dun, 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 dun. So now we got, I'm going to move this little guy over here. And now we've got these little door sensors. We'll start there, right? Because there's the remotes too. I'm excited about the remotes. I gotta see, I gotta move this. Okay. We're gonna take out these little door sensors. Also built, this is all, Tony built this stuff, guys. This is pretty cool. It's amazing. And the PCB, which you had the PCB printed for the remote, right? Okay. So here we go. We got this rechargeable battery, 14430. Okay, we're gonna plug that guy in. Whoop, light come on. Like that. And now what comes next? Battery, the light should come on and then go out. Once it's done, the sensor is paired with the receiver. To test this, press the button on the remote to trigger the read switch or trigger the read switch with a magnet. The light should flash green. So we're still waiting for it to connect, right? But they're roasting Bruce Willis? Somebody's roasting Bruce Willis tonight? Do the sensor or remote PCB. Receiver is most OLED. Oh, cool. Okay. So I need to try the reset button. I just tapped it for a second. Is that enough? I'm going to pop open the remote in the meantime. Maybe reset again, eh? Motion, it says motion open. So it must have gotten something from the sensor, right? Well, what if I trigger the read switch? What do you think, Tony? That's the motion on the receiver. Oh, that's this motion. Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Okay, so here's the magnet over here. Yeah, this guy's not paired yet, is it? Try the remote. Okay, we're going to try the remote. What I have here, Jay, is so T. Lamont here. That's Tony. He put together some really cool ESP32 devices and sent them to me because he's a great guy. And he's got here this little hub, and can you see it? You can sort of see parts of it. He's got here a little hub with a motion sensor on it, and then also this is a door sensor, a door or window, I guess, with a read switch on it. And then he's got a remote here too, a 4-button remote control. Oh, there's the green light. See that? Now, is that sucker going to pair too, Tony? No, not paired. Yeah, I wonder why. Okay, so that green light went off. So does that mean the remote's paired now? Is that an 18650 battery? It's not, Luis. Nope, it's not. It's smaller. It's quite a bit smaller, actually. It's a 14430. If you're big on battery tech, I am not. I do know what the 18650 is, but this is not what this is. So let me try the other one of these. Maybe I'll just try the other sensor, Tony, and maybe it'll hit a button. Okay, hit a button. And then am I going to get something on this? It says it's connecting to my... Oh, and so then it sent... I'm trying to decide what it sent here. So should I open MQTT lens? Yes, I should, right? Yes, I should. And then I can see what it was. It works. Hit a button. It works. It works. And then I see a code pop up there. Is that right? Yes. The different buttons have different numbers. Beautiful. Beautiful. So then for each button, I can get I get an MQTT message, and I can then assign that message to an automation in Home Assistant. So I can use this remote control to do whatever, right? You can, it's got this one has 4 buttons on it, and Tony said he's going to make some with more buttons on them. So you can have this remote, and this battery should last quite a while. You said like 6 months or something? Is that both batteries, or is that just the sensor? Oh, look at that. Mark knows the battery biz. Sweet. 14 millimeter diameter, and 433 is the length. Doggone, Mark, thank you. That's genius. I'm glad to know that now. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was how they numbered them. Press and hold button till the light goes blue, and you get another message. Oh, really? Well, I didn't see it. Did it flash by? So it's a hub that only receives MQTT messages. Well, it actually does ESP-NOW. Tony, do you have a mic of some kind? If we can get you on here, you could probably help explain it. That would be really nice. If you have the ability, even on your phone, I could probably even get you through. You did join Discord, right? So I think I could probably get you on here, at least get your audio, if nothing else. Okay, sweet. So I'm firing up Discord right now. It wasn't on already. I'm gonna put the battery in this other sensor too. No lights. No lights. No lights. All right. There we go. I just didn't snap it hard enough. Okay, this is the other sensor. All right, now let me find you here, Tony. Let's see. T. Lamont. Okay. So I'm going to hit, Tony, if you have Discord open, and it can be on your phone or your computer, whatever, I'm going to hit this start a voice call, and it should call you up, and then we'll hopefully get you on here. Hey! Oh, do I have you muted? Turn on the camera. I don't need to turn on the camera. I don't know why it's showing you muted there. Maybe check yours, see if you've got this button muted. And this one's not going off either, so maybe it's just not pairing. You'll have to walk me through. All right, is there a reason why you would use ESP-NOW over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth LE, other than power consumption? You know, John, I don't know, but I bet Tony does, and Rob might know. Rob seemed to be knowledgeable. Anybody else has any experience with ESP-NOW? Play Jeopardy music now. Do 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 do. I could sing. Let's see. Let me try it again, Tony. It looks like something's not working. I don't have you. I don't want to turn on the camera. That's probably going to screw something up. Oh wait, are you talking? Oh, do you guys hear him? Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think I saw his little so we're going to do it input, no, output. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's for me. What do you got? We got anything from Tony? Input. Yeah, see, though the input won't matter because you can hear me either way. Tony, if you're there, say something. So there you go. Lower energy, longer range. Oh, I kind of hear something. Do you guys hear anything? Desktop audio, no. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I can see that you're talking because your little circle's turning green here. So that means you're talking. I just cannot hear you. Let's see. Is it because this is too low, maybe? Or let's see. Maybe it's over here. There's too many settings. That should work. Well, maybe what we can do is try this. And keep talking, Tony. Just say stuff until we can get you in here.
One, two, three.
Yes, you guys, did you hear that? We got him. We got him. All right. Tony, how are you, my friend? Can you hear me?
Yourself?
Oh, good. Good. All right. Well, I'm glad this is working. Now, if the volume's messed up or anything, you guys tell me, because I can adjust some things here a little bit. All right. Do you have to turn on his audio for the broadcast software? It should be on. Anything that's in the desktop. Can you not hear me, Tony?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate, loud and clear.
Oh, okay, good. Fantastic. All right. And you guys can all hear Tony. Is that true? You got an echo? Okay, what I'll do, I'm going to have to turn this down. Tony, talk to me for a minute. Just sing us a song or something. Recite the Australian national anthem or something, so I can adjust his volume. Mute my mic. I don't hear. There he is. Little echo. I think it's because there's a delay too. Is it still got like it's got a super long delay. If I do this, you hear me?
I lost you for a bit.
Oh, okay. But we're back now?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. Tony, would you explain to us how did you decide to start using ESP-NOW and the 32? Tell us about what are the great advantages and all.
Basically, the ESP-NOW protocol, it's still part of the Wi-Fi protocol. Connect to your network. It just sends, as Rob says, it just sends a broadcast packet out.
Okay.
The receiver listens to and responds to. Why only expressive chips can be used.
Okay. So like a sensor and a button.
ESP8266 to ESP32, about the 8285 though.
Oh, okay. And so the ESP-NOW is the communication protocol that you're using for this. and it's more simple, or what's the
The advantage is time.
okay.
Whereas if you're using just plain Wi-Fi, when you press the button, the receiver has to work, get an IP address, and then send the packet, and that can take anywhere from
Oh, okay.
4
So the
seconds.
speed, you don't have to wait for it to travel to deal with the router and such.
ESP-NOW, what the receiver does is it listens for both. It is connected to your Wi-Fi network, and it also listens for our access point.
Okay.
Press button to receive acknowledgement. The round trip is less than 300 milliseconds.
Wow. So great for things like sensors like this, like door open sensor, motion sensors. And that's yeah, I can definitely see the advantage there, because that the RF stuff, the 433 megahertz stuff that I set up in the garage for motion and for doors. When I when I sorry, got distracted by a message. So when I open the door to go out in the garage and I want the lights to come on, it's usually like I get out in the garage and I'm probably 10 feet into the garage before the signal gets from, the transmitter sensor to the bridge, and then from the bridge to Home Assistant, and then back from there to the switch to turn the lights on. It takes several seconds. And if you're really trying to detect something like a door opening and you're really concerned about security or motion, this would be a great way to go. How's the cost on these? And because this is running on ESP32, right?
I bought the my PCB manufacturing, just hardware supplier company.
Okay.
P32 chip is about $7 Australian, so about $5 US.
Wow. That's not
All up,
much.
I think I probably spent about $13 to build the remote.
Wow. You got a quality 3D printer there too. These are nice looking prints.
The Wemos OLED for the receiver, but you don't need to. It's ESP32 based, will act as a receiver.
Oh, that's cool. So this is what's inside of the receiver right here. So help me. What do you think? What should I do about troubleshooting this sensor pairing with the receiver? What should I try? Should I try and restart the receiver, maybe?
It will be the device. Did you want to try the other door sensor and see if it pairs?
Try. I did. I've got them both here, and neither one of them have done anything. I can try the reset button again. Let's see. I can't
May
remember
need to
this is
send
the
you an
second.
updated bin file for that.
Hoping that light will go off, and it just stays on.
If it doesn't, that light doesn't go out within about 3 seconds, it won't.
Okay.
Is happens is the receiver in the software access point advertises out a when the remote, so when the door sensor fires up, it scans for all Wi-Fi access points and only tries to connect to one, and quite possibly I in the programming of the door sensor code.
Do you think resetting this might do anything?
I'm guessing I'm going to have to send you an updated bin file.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is some cool stuff, though. This is
The
exciting.
remote works.
Yeah, the remote definitely works. You can see on the display every time I press a button, I get a new message here. And then this is my ESP32/remote/whatever. That's my topic, right? And then I guess the message went away.
Rob's about the LED.
What's that?
If I can just answer Rob's question about the LED.
Oh, sure.
Into a problem with, I use the WS2812B LEDs mainly because I have reels and reels of them from other projects. Into an issue with them where even when the light's turned off, they draw nearly 380 microamps of power.
Ooh.
Uses 4 microamps of power when it's asleep. The chip, I've had to kill the power trace to the LED and power it off the device. Just no power goes to the LED.
So these LEDs wouldn't be on if this was paired, right?
Correct. Feature of the remote, if you press and hold the button down for about 5 seconds,
Till I get to the red.
and then when it goes red and you let it go, it doesn't send anything.
Then it doesn't send anything?
It's the wrong button.
So what? Tell me again what the red means. It means if I hold it down for 5 seconds and the red comes on, then what? What does that do?
I think when you release the button, it doesn't send a packet.
Oh,
just
really?
in case you press the wrong button.
Oh, I got it. Okay, so if you press it and you're like, oh shoot, I don't really want to press this, you just hold it, and when the button flashes red, when the light flashes red, you can let go and it kind of ignores the press completely. Got it. That's genius. That's a good mechanism in there.
Asked before about battery life.
Yeah.
Sensor should get well over 12 months.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
A slightly smaller battery, or often you use it.
All right, I'm gonna pull these batteries back out so we don't start wasting this, and then we'll. Well, Tony, this is some pretty cool stuff. So, what else are you using this for in your house? Do you have a whole bunch of these sensors?
Got things on hold at the moment. I have ordered some new boards from JLB PCB, and they'll be here next week. That'll be the final revision.
And that'll be, you were saying that now you're going to have, did you say 8 buttons in here now?
8, but I've gone with 6 buttons.
Okay. And you get 2 functions out of each button.
That's correct.
I'd say that's plenty.
And I also have a that is the size of a standard 8 by 5 inch photo.
Oh, okay.
To a modified photo frame.
Oh.
6 touch sensors behind the photo.
Really? That sounds cool. So so that's a display?
It looks like a normal
just
photo
looks like a picture
frame.
frame.
Yeah, except there's touch sensors behind the glass.
Oh, wow. So you just put a picture in there of your kids or whatever, and you can touch the buttons, or you put a picture of whatever you want, and you just touch it, and behind it are, like capacitive touch buttons or something, and then it can activate whatever. That's cool. It's like secret. That's like a hidden. Is that how you're gonna open like the secret door? To your bat cave or something. That's awesome.
32 actually comes with 6 programmable touch sensor pins.
So this is the right way to do a battery button. If you want a battery powered button that you can use for your home automation stuff, this is the way to do it. This is some pretty cool stuff. I'm trying to think of all the cool things I could do with it and what I could do with it. But well done, Tony. Yeah, for sure. That's pretty great. I appreciate it. What's your background? How did you? Is this a hobby just for you, or did you do something in this industry?
I'm a software developer.
Okay. So the electronics part here is hobby. So you got orders rolling in here, Tony. Are you gonna sell these or release a plan to build it, or what you want to do with it?
No, I'm not interested in selling them, but I am going to. All the boards will be open source up on GitHub.
Fantastic. Well, I'm thinking about as far as what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to do some. We've got those Christmas lights outside, and they're great for different things, but they're not. They don't always get used because I use them, but not everybody goes in and messes around with Home Assistant, all the kids and stuff. But if we had a remote that we could program certain ones into certain buttons, that would be pretty cool. You could remote. I mean, anything, any automation. You could start music. You could start a TV on a certain channel. You could send any kind of a notification. I mean, when you got a button like this that just sends an MQTT message that you can capture and do anything else you want with, that's great. I mean, that's super potential. Try doing that with smart things. Actually, you probably can. I don't know. Maybe you can.
Last night I managed to get it into Home Assistant.
Okay.
Button up the remote up as a sensor.
Oh.
Both the button pressed as well as the battery VCC.
Okay. So you can know when the battery's getting low. Very helpful.
Actually going to remove the button part. A trigger that just listens for the MQTT packet, and then or a T packet. I've actually got it paired with my S26.
Oh, cool. Well, you'll it'll be fun to see your GitHub and see how you did all that stuff. So, thanks again, Tony. This is I appreciate you sending this. This was really cool. It's really fun to get, and I'm excited to see what kind of fun stuff I can do with it. I'm really excited about the motion sensor part. Having a super sensitive motion sensor is going to be super helpful. So, do you guys have any more questions? What's that? What kind of 3D printer?
FlashForge Creator Pro.
You hear that? FlashForge Creator Pro. Oh, Zombu's here. How's it going, man? And Dale?
They're asking for my GitHub username. I haven't set it up yet.
There you go. He's on Discord as T. Lamont. Easy to find. Zonoff V2 switch. I don't know. Not yet. Haven't done nothing in the works for a new kind of switch. Just a quick recap, Doctor, please, about the sensor. I don't know. Let Tony do that. Tony, would you give? So I think we got some new people that have just kind of jumped in the chat. Would you give a recap of what this is and what it's good for?
Well, basically, what it is, the receiver is an ESP32 to your Wi-Fi network and listens on our protocol. The receivers, the remotes are battery operated, a proprietary ESP-NOW protocol, and the receiver passes it to the MQTT server. My wall sensor dock, based on your button you did with the 9-volt battery. You did with the 9-volt battery that lasted about 6 hours.
That's not so good. You say 9-volt lasted like 6 hours? Just a regular 9-volt battery?
Yeah, remember you did a project
Oh,
with
when
a
I did
single
mine.
button.
Yeah. That was the big problem with mine.
That's what got me on the idea of the door sensor.
Oh, okay. So see, my failure was an inspiration. That's wonderful.
Here behind the remote, I have a couple of the Z-Wave mini modes.
Okay. So this
My
is
whole
similar.
house is done with Z-Wave for the main lights.
Oh. So
it with Wi-Fi based stuff.
So this is a door sensor, and then this is the receiver for the ESP-NOW, and then it's got a motion sensor, and then this is a remote that has 4 buttons, but each button has 2 functions, 3 really, because it kind of has a kill function if you just hold it down. So you can, and then this will send an MQTT. Any of these will send unique MQTT messages. So you got 8 different potential MQTT messages here that you can do all kinds of stuff with. And the one of the big advantages that Tony was talking about earlier was the speed. So how fast the message goes from the sensors to the receiver, and how fast you get a notification or an action, versus some of the like the long slow way, I guess, through the 433 hertz and the bridge and home assistant, and then back to your lights and all that. So, and the battery life on these way better, way better. This is the ESP32, and so gonna last a long time. You can put one battery in this and keep it around for months. So it's awesome.
The batteries are LiFo batteries. To get a specifically charger,
500 milliamp. One of these,
into
right?
the kit I sent you is an adapter. The printed
that's
adapter for the small battery.
Oh, okay. So this
to
little
a
one,
battery charger.
so the little one from the remote will go in here, and then it'll fit in the same charger as the bigger one. Cool. Cool stuff.
It's a soft filament.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is. Wow, that's flexible. What is that?
Flexible 3D filament.
Like TPU or something? Or like the...
Hey,
Oh, that's good stuff. Man, whatever kind of printer you have, it's good. That's nice looking stuff there. So awesome. You guys, any more questions for Tony about this setup? He's the real genius behind this. I'm still learning. It's cool stuff. He's printing on you said a Surge Force? Tony, what?
Forge Creator Pro.
Surge. Sorry. Did you hear that? And I think you've been sitting all day in front of a PC trying to fix your 3D printer. Flash Forge Creator Pro. Thank you for typing it, Tony. Flash Forge, sorry. So cool stuff.
Right, Doc, I've got to go back to work.
Tony, thank you for spending your lunch hour with us. And thanks again for sending this stuff and for everything you put into making it. I appreciate it. Appreciate you sharing. You got a lot of people that are excited to get to use it when you can get around to making it available. So thanks a bunch.
No worries, mate. How is your soldering skills?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know if I can do this. I mean, you've got some...
You reckon you or Tyson could solder one of those chips onto a board?
Oh, yeah, I think we could. What do you think? Tyson, you think we could? I think we could.
I will, when the new boards come in, some blank boards.
You send us one and we put it together? That'd be awesome.
You can buy the chips and put it together.
Fantastic. I'll be looking forward to that. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Well, thanks again, Tony.
Throw in a couple of extra boards so you can give them to your subscribers.
All right, there you go. We'll have some sort of have a contest. We'll have to do something like that. More giveaway stuff. I got one of those printers now for to cut out stickers and iron-ons, and so you can make shirts and fun stuff. So, but that'll be great, Tony. Appreciate it. Appreciate your generosity, and appreciate you sharing your know-how with us. That's good stuff.
No worries, mate. I'll catch up with you next time.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Have a good one. Bye-bye. All right. Zombu's harassing us here. What do we got? The Sheriff of Nottingham invented Z. I think he did. Actually, pretty sure he did. One of the chips to which boards? He's talking about this remote board here, Tyson. He's talking about this. He designed this PCB and then had them printed, and now he's got one coming out with 2 more buttons, and he's gonna send us some of the boards when he gets them in, and then we'll have to solder on the chip. But he did it. We can do it. So, good guy. Good guy. I hopefully get down there someday and see Australia. That'd be fun. So, I'm gonna move some of these things around. So, what else have you guys been up to? I've been working hard on Lovelace. Everybody been messing with their Lovelace interface? I got the video done. I will put it out in the morning. It will be ready to go. It will be mostly the basic stuff, the basic card types, and then a bit on the picture entity type, so you can do the floor plan thing. It's really long. It's like 20 plus minutes long. Yeah, she's down by the wife. My fancy Lovelace UI. She didn't like the Lovelace UI. She likes the list better. Wow, she's a simple girl. That's okay. That's good. Mine doesn't even look at it. She doesn't even care. She cares about the dashboard that's on the tablet by the kitchen, and the rest of it, she doesn't even open her Home Assistant app on her phone, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. Yeah, ad by media. So yeah, so this is similar to the well, I don't know, is it similar? It's closer to the floor plan. At least that's the way I look at it. It's really just a rearrangement and a different way to interact, or a different way to set up your default Home Assistant page. So instead of the page that you have, where you could before do groups and views and all those things, but that was all part of your configuration.yaml file. Now it's a separate file. It's specifically called just UI Lovelace.yaml, and you put all that stuff in there, and you arrange things. It's quite a bit easier to arrange things, and you can do quite a few more fancy things. You can put things specifically where you want them on top of an image. You can change what the filter, what items show up, what ones don't. You can change what a certain icon looks like when it's on or when it's off. You can use pictures. You can import your cameras. You can do some really cool stuff. How did I get with my Shane, I am putting off the camera part for part 2 because I think I got it, but I had to finish the video, and I actually recruited my son yesterday and to help me edit for a while. But I had to get it done, and I want to get it done, that something that will encompass the majority of it. And then on the next go around, which hopefully won't be too long, another week or so, I'll do some of the custom cards, like the monster card, which can do a lot of really cool filtering kinds of things. They've got some cool gauges, and I think somebody was working on like an animated weather card, and then I'll do the video. I'll figure out and get that in there. So if I still need help, I will call on you to get me through it. But I think I got it figured out. I'm gonna work on it some more this week and get something done. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And the video, I think it's going to be helpful to a lot of folks that are getting started. People who've been doing it a while and are already tinkering around, probably won't be a bunch for them new, but it's nice to just have somebody explain things that you think but you're not quite sure, and you didn't quite want to test it out, afraid you're going to break something. So I'll break mine, and then I'll show you what not to do. How's that sound? I do need to make a video for Luma's HA switch plate. Zombu, you're right. Have you guys seen that? Has everybody seen that even? Do you guys know what Zombu's talking about? So the MQTT car presence little switch I did a video on. You put it in your car, and when you pull up near the garage, the door opens, and when you get in your car and turn it on, the door opens, and when you back out of the driveway and drive down the street, the door closes. I mean, it's genius. And that was Luma, who's on Discord all the time, genius guy. And that's probably not as good as that project is, and as reliable and as useful and all that. I don't even think it's his best one. This HA switch plate thing that Zombu's talking about is awesome. Let me see if I can show you. At least link it here. So here's what it is. Somebody, anyways, let me shrink this window a little bit so I can control what's up there. Okay, so here's what it is, and this doesn't do it as much justice because it's kind of black and white or whatever. But essentially, it's this little, what is it, like a 2-inch by 3-inch sort of size. Fits in a regular standard switch box like this, and it's got a touch display. And then it's got all kinds of menus and things that you can program in, and it can show you. There's got graphs. This is his 3D printer information. You can do a keypad for alarms. It can do media player. Program all kinds of different lights. This looks like it has sliders. These are sliders for dimming and stuff. So it's really cool. And what he's done he's really good at spelling out how to do his projects, how to follow along. Yes, the Nextion touch screen. That's right. It says right here, actually, it's 2.4-inch LCD touchscreen, D1 Mini, and then some other things. And he's got I don't know if he's updated this, but he has a PCB now to make it a lot easier for everybody to put together. Are there better pictures of it in there, Zombu? I don't know when. Oh, I shut Discord when I hung up with Tony. You put up a pic, sweet. I'll grab it and share it. No Man's Sky. Oh, sorry, Zombu. I was totally ignoring what you were doing here in this. Let's see. Where's it at? There it is. So this is actually one in your house, right? You've got a bunch of these, don't you? You did a whole bunch of these, right? So Zombu knows all about these and getting them working and all that. They're pretty cool. I've had my eye on them for a while. All right, Adam, you got your 4-channel flashed over the air. Good work. Good work. Oh, you were playing it today? That's why it popped up. They are pretty cool looking. I mean, I think, if you want to, as far as, a multi-purpose functional switch that you can just put in the wall and control a bunch of things, this thing's pretty cool. If you go back to his GitHub page, he had, where's that 3D? He had like a 3D image of it, like how it was assembled and stuff. Can't remember now where I saw it. Where's that at, Zombo? Where is it? Repint the plate though. Now they got the. Ooh, really? Is your MK3 Prusa pretty awesome? Gonna make it even better? Gonna print even better? This video on the switch plate. All right, I'll get on it. Does anyone here know of a smart wall switch that has only 2 wires? Most of the wiring is not grounded. So what you have to do there, Dale, I think. Let me finish reading what you said. Wiring is not grounded. I would like to have a wall plug in a socket. Also, my home is very old, so just hot and neutral wires. It only has 2 wires. Most of the wiring is not grounded. So I don't think you're going to find a smart switch. You've probably seen that video where I kind of tried to explain that. If you open up your switch box and all you have is 2 wires coming to your regular light switch that goes on and off, then you're going to have a real problem trying to get anything smart in that box, because what you have in that box then is just hot, really. It's a hot wire that's coming from the lights, switching and going back up to the lights. So the easy solution is to put the smart part, the Sonoff or something else, up where your lights are. If you're in the Facebook group, Chris Brooks, he showed an example of that problem and how he fixed it. Yeah, Zombu's right. You can't have just 2 wires. I saw somebody that tried to do something with, creating a circuit and I don't know what they did with, capacitors and diodes. I don't know. They tried to figure out some way that they could power. Maybe it was conductive thing. Maybe because the power was going through there. Maybe they could get some sort of conduction power for the ESP board. But generally, if all you have is the switch leg, you have the hot and the switch leg. If that's all you have in your box, it's probably not worth even trying to put anything in there. If you were in some place and you didn't care if things burnt down, then maybe you could run a wire to a ground or to something grounded, because it's really small. You're not going to be sending a lot of current to the ground because you're just going to be talking about the ESP chip. But it sounds like you don't even have that option. So the thing to do would be to get up into your ceiling or your lights, wherever that is, and in there, in that location is where you're going to put your Wi-Fi chip part. So, Dale's in Toledo. That's not a third world country. But you have a pretty old house with no grounds in it, huh? If you want to send, no, links can't be posted, but if you want to send me a link, if you want to send it to me in Discord or Gmail, or I don't care. If you can find a way to send it to me, then I'll post it. It'll let you post some things. It'll let general people in the chat post some things, but not most things. 125-year-old house. Holy cow. I don't think there's anything in my town that's 125 years old. Nothing at all. Yeah, only got 2. Just interrupted the line of the neutral with the basic, and you're good to go. Interrupted the line and the neutral. I have to see what you're talking about there, Luis. You have to show me what you mean. Have you checked the old geezers? You talking to me? Have I checked the old geezers? Are you talking to Dale? Not in your town. I'm sure there is in Lehigh. Well, probably in Lehigh. Yeah. But even then, what's it going to be? 100? Well, I guess you might find some 150-year-old stuff there, I guess. So, well, I'll talk to Luma. I'll get some parts gathered up. Me and my list of videos, which actually reminds me, So we started off, if you guys missed it at the beginning here. Oh, good. Let's see what this is. If you guys missed it at the beginning, when we first got on, Jay After Dark did a video, first one, and did a good job. And it's about using ESP-NOW on your RF bridge. So if you have the Sonoff RF bridge, and if you're having trouble with MQTT gateway, which a lot of people have had some trouble. I mean, it's useful and it works, but ESP-NOW I think is probably a better option. And then there's Tasmota still too. So, but anyways, James did a video about it, and I've got the link I can post again, but I posted it earlier on in the chat. Tyson's done some things recently live on Facebook, and we know Rob in the Hookup, he does his videos every week, and they're fantastic, super useful. If there's more of you that want to do some little videos, it doesn't have to be a big production. There's a lot of good information to be shared. So I guess that's just an encouragement to get your phone out and show us what you're doing, and let me know about it, and I'll promote it. Nobody's going to get rich off YouTube, right? Those days are over. So that's not what it's about at this point. We're just trying to help each other learn and share some stuff. And so I'm happy to, let everybody know if you've got something that you've put together in a video that you want people to see. Because if you wait for me to make them all, it's going to be a long time. All right, what's this? This looks very similar to the T1 and stuff, doesn't it? It's the RF, yeah. My Discord it's DrZzs. So if you go search for me in the if you go to the Home Assistant Discord and you start typing DrZzs, I'll pop up. Let me see if I can grab my, because there's funky numbers after it, right? Here.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, bud, what's up?
Not much. Were you filming?
We're live right now.
Oh, cool.
You want to come in and say hi?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody, this is Jackson. He's my oldest.
Hello.
Jackson's been helping me do editing now lately, too. There we go. Thanks, bud. Are you taking off? You guys going somewhere?
No, I was just grabbing my keys.
Okay, cool. See you in a bit.
See ya.
All right, there's my Discord. All right. Oh, I saw Zombu was saying something about the 3D image of the plate is in a STL folder on GitHub. Okay, let's check it out, because I think that looks so cool. Like STL folder in GitHub. In here, probably. Does it just show up, or where is it? This is the one. Where's the one Zombu where it's like all floating and it shows how it comes apart and goes together and stuff? That's what I was looking for. It's like an animation almost. Click on a file, okay. Not that one, huh? So this will just show me, yeah, this will just be a 3D preview, right? So that's cool. That's cool. Where's the one where he had like the assembly all going together and stuff? That's what I was thinking of. So, Zombu's got some great stuff too. He's got some good stuff. What are the tubes? The audio amplifiers with vacuum tubes, and it's amazing. Some of the stuff that some of you guys are doing, it's just nuts. You need an editor, right, Rob? Don't we all, man? I tell you what, there's probably, well, I shouldn't say there's good money to be made in being a video editor, because the people who are making the videos don't have any money to pay. But yeah, that there certainly is. There's a few folks that live around here that do have, make a living off YouTube, or guys that I've talked to that make a living off YouTube, and they end up with a staff, right? They've got like, people that do everything. The camera guys and the sound guys and the several editors and all these things, and it's a big task. So, Simon's a video editor for your day job. Oh, that's cool. That's a good resource. We'll have to remember that. Part of it is, at least for me, is I'm just particular. I want it. I'll go through and I'll record something, and then I'll do 10 takes, on a certain way of saying something, and then I'll have to go back through and decide which one I like the best, which one is the funniest or whatever. But I've gotten better at it. I think if you've been watching my videos for very long, it was a while ago. It was taking me about 1 minute of video was taking me about an hour to edit. So if I put out a 10-minute video, that was taking me at least 10 hours of editing for the week, and sometimes more. And that's just the editing. That's not counting filming it and doing all that stuff. But then lately, I've been filming it with this setup that you're looking at right now, and it's a lot less work for me because I can just sit here and do it. All this stuff's up here. I pull different websites in, and I can just put them right up on the screen and just kind of pause in between what I'm saying. And then when I get done with that, it's just a matter of clipping out all the stuff that didn't work. Versus the old way, which was sit in front of the green screen. Well, it was do the project, film the project, write the script of something I was going to say, sit in front of the green screen and just film just me talking, and then go back and put it all together, including graphics, flying in and out things, references to fun stuff or whatever, making all the windows the right size, doing probably more video capture, sometimes going back and adding some audio editing. I mean, it was hard. Anyways, but now it's much better. Is the stream down? Oh, I don't know. Hope not. Did the stream freeze? What's happening? Luis asks if it's down. Hopefully not. It seems to be working on my end. No, it seems to be working. Kevin emailed me a link that has the 3D of the LCD touchscreen. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. And then stream's fine. Nope, stream's up. Okay, good. Good. Sorry, Luis. I don't know what happened to it on your end. Hopefully you get back. And then there was somebody else I was just going to answer. Okay, somebody was asking a question about Haspian and Has.io. What are the differences or advantages between Has.io and Haspian? Bon Reese. So I'll take that question because I think it's pretty easy to answer. I like the easy ones. So the biggest difference between Haspian and Has.io is Haspian is more of a normal Linux operating system, and then you're just running Home Assistant kind of just as another package or another software on the operating system. So you can add other things. You go to the command line to do things, to add other parts like your Mosquito or your Samba. You do it all at the command line. Has.io, and now I think it's Has.os technically, right? I think it's switched over. So now it's even a different operating system, but it's bundled. It's one image. You put it on an SD card, you put it in, turn it on, and then it's running with, I don't remember what the base is now. It was Resin, now it's something else, I guess. And then it's set up in Docker. So everything is kind of isolated. Each little program is isolated from all the other programs. It's helpful for being able to update things individually, install different components really easily. Like for now with Has.io, you want to install some new package, you just go to the Has.io menu and you go to the add-on store and you just click around until you find something, and then you can just click on it, click install, click start, maybe set it up a little bit, and it's running. So if you're super comfortable, if you're happy with Linux and you can get around the command line and do a bunch of things on your own, then you can install Home Assistant in any way you want. There's a lot of people just running Ubuntu and they run Home Assistant on it and they're happy because they know how to manage the command line. But I think a lot of us, myself included, aren't. We know enough about the command line to cause trouble, right? You get things working, you get on the command line, you start messing around, you think you know what you're doing, you put some commands in, and you screw something up, right? So with Has.io or Has.os now, that goes away. Like I haven't been on the command line on my Home Assistant Pi for like 6 months or however long. I mean, I think it was January or February or something like that when I first switched over from Haspian to Has.io, and I'm glad I did, because it's been really good. Zombu is probably in the other park, right? Zombu's not a Hassel fan. Is that right? Am I misrepresenting? Have I? Oh yeah, somebody asked. No, I have not gone to HassOS yet, but I will very soon. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. It shouldn't take very long. And Zombu says, yeah, it's probably been 6 months since he looked at the GUI. I do hear where you're coming from. So if what Zombu is referencing there is that some Home Assistant users, the object for them is to never have to look at anything, right? Everything would just be automated. One thing triggers something else, or some combination of things trigger whatever. And then of course voice through She Who Shall Not Be Named or other things. And so that's pretty cool. Like if you think about it, if you think, you might get to the point someday where you don't even have to take out your phone to do something. We already have voice control now, but anyways, that's a cool way to go at it. I like looking at the pretty stuff still. I like, I'll spend time just tinkering around with the user interface and stuff. So Rob's got some love for HassIO too. Okay, here's what I was looking for. Thank you. So this is the assembly that Luma has for that touch screen. Look at that thing. So here's the and he may have modified some of the parts since then, but anyways, because now he's got a PCB. You put your D1 Mini on there. You can see that floating around, and then you put this is the display, the 2.4-inch display. And you just run. I think you run 110 volt power in there, right, Zombu? And it's got a power supply that'll knock it down to what it needs to, and do its business. So pretty sweet, pretty cool stuff. Too much troubleshooting with Docker. Well, if you're doing it, I don't have to troubleshoot Docker because in HassIO you don't even have to do anything. I don't think. Yeah. I think, another friend of mine that lives close by here that I talk to a lot, I think he's gone to HassIO now, but he was doing, sort of individual stuff with Docker. I used Linux for a while, and I like to get on the command line, tinker around. But when it comes to actually getting something done and making it work, it's best if I stay away from the command line. Okay. I do other things good. I don't do that so good. Hey, baby, come here. My phone holder is right here.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I post a link for that? For this thing here? Sure.
Wait, this is charging.
No, I'll take that. Thank you, baby. Someone was... Demps, I guess he's not really selling them, right, Zombu? He's not really selling those. But he's selling the parts and makes it easy to put it together. New HassIO has 2 Sonoff basic modules working in Tasmo admin, needing to see an example of the switch settings in the configuration file are specifically formatted for multiple Sonoffs. You see an example of the switch settings in the configuration file are specifically formatted for multiple Sonoffs. So if you haven't done much with the configuration file and setting up switches, 2 things you can do. One, if you have Tasmoda on there, you can go into your web user interface for Tasmoda, and then in the console just hit type set option 19 space 1, and then return, and then restart Home Assistant. Make sure that your Sonoff's powered up, and then restart Home Assistant, and it will auto discover it, and it'll automatically set it up as a switch for you. You don't even have to get in the configuration file. Oh, is he kinda? Oh, good. Do we have a link? I'm happy to post the link right now if Zombu, if you have a link to where he's selling them. I haven't looked at his Shopify store. If you grab me a link and send it to me in Discord, I'll post it. How do you change interlocking, inching, self-locking on the Tasmoda web UI? Oh boy, I don't remember that now. I knew it at one time. We'll go to the Tasmota commands. If you have you looked around in the Tasmota commands page? I'm sure it's on here somewhere. How you change it to interlocking and all that stuff. I can't remember right off the top of my head. No, it doesn't look like it's going to find it. Okay, there we go. Set option 14. Bingo. All right, so if you want all your relays to be interlocking, so if you're talking about if you have like a Sonoff 4-channel or dual or something, and it's got more than one relay, and you want it to be interlocked so that only one relay can be on at a time, you go to the console and type set option 14.1, and then that will make them all interlocked. By default, they're self-locked, so they can all be on or off independent of each other. It doesn't matter. Okay. Cool. Well, when I do get it next time, Zombu, I'll post it for him, because obviously a lot of people would be interested if he wants to sell them. PIR sensor toggles in the console. It just says toggle, no on and off. Don't think it's correct. It needs power on and off, right? Yeah, it should. So tell us, Demps, I think you've asked me this question on email or something too, so I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I'm bad about that, obviously. It's hard. So tell us what PIR sensor, where are you using it? Is it just connected to a D1, like a D1 Mini or Node MCU? Is it connected to a Sonoff? Is it, an RF thing? And then in the console you're talking about in Tasmota, so this must be something with a 8266 and yeah, give us more information and we'll help you solve it. D1, okay. Let me think about that. How does it it just says toggle, huh? So maybe it's the switch mode. So in Tasmota you have the PIR set as a switch, correct? I can't even remember how I did that. What door sensors are good, Stuart? You guys want to answer that, Stuart? What door sensors do you guys like? Are you using RF sensors, like the 433 megahertz sensors? Okay, so you have it set up as a switch. What's your switch mode set to for that switch? Because I think maybe that's what would do it. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember what I did and how I did it. I'm sure you've seen the video, but if you're asking, then I probably didn't explain it in a way that yeah, so it shouldn't, so if you set it to either switch mode 1 or switch mode 2, then you should either get an on or an off and not a toggle. Okay? So switch mode, oh here, sorry, I moved this. So switch mode 1 or switch mode 2, and you should get an on and an off instead of a toggle. Try that. Just go to console, type that in, see what happens. And then this is when it gives you this little X, that's because of the number of the switch. So if it's switch number 1, you type switch mode 1 space and then this number 1 or 2. Okay. If it's switch mode 2, or if it's switch 2, then it's switch mode 2 space and then the 1 or the 2. Try that and see if it helps. Okay, cool. If anyone's making a switch plate and needs help with its assembly, can be found in the Home Assistant Discord, usually in DIY, or hit up Luma directly. Yeah. Hopefully that helps, Dems. Check it out. See if that'll do it for you. Oh, maybe it was Tindy. I do remember him talking about doing it on Tindy also. So maybe he is. Aquarius need a hub though. So I'm waiting for some to come from Banggood. Let me tell you. So if you're gonna do the 433 megahertz ones, the important thing to do is to find switches that will sensors that will send two signals, an open signal and a closed signal. You saw my RF video, and the sensors that I had at the time, or that they're still the only ones I have, they only send one signal. So it'll tell you the door is open, but it won't ever tell you if it closed. So yes, the Curii ones, the ones that that J After Dark is talking about, those are good. Let me see if I can find the ones that I ordered or asked for. RF door sensors. Because I found another brand. In fact, I think I found two different brands. But they kept telling me they were out of stock and stuff. So yes. So here's a sensor that has two signals, right? This is the brand KERUI, and this will send an open and a closed signal. Thank you, James. Oh, maybe I can find it in my email, because I know the Banggood lady is sending me some. Leak detector. Where's the other one? POW 2. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna find it. I will find it. Open and closed sensors. Okay, well, these are the same ones. These are the Kerui. Throw a link here. Oh, yes, let's do that. Thank you, Tyson. So these are sensors. These are good sensors that will have two signals. So that'll tell you when it's open and when it's closed. But they're the same ones that I'm showing you here from Banggood. But then there's another. I was almost there, I think, in this email chain. Pack of sensors is out of stock. Oh yeah, that was a pack. This Banggood, this is a pack of sensors too. If you does the RF bridge recognize? Yes, yes, it does. And this is a huge link. Gosh, it's not letting me. It's even telling me I can't send it because it's too long. So I'll have to shorten that one and get to it. But I want to see this. I want you to see this other brand. Okay, Tyson sent me one. Let's see. So these have multiple. These will send multiple signals, Tyson. Of course they will, or you wouldn't have sent them. Hopefully it'll let me. It won't let me shorten these. Oh, just barely. EWLink. Wait, what did somebody just say about EWLink? I missed it. Yeah, open, close, and tamper. Cool. And these aren't even the same ones I have. So that just says that there's multiples. You're going to be able to find several manufacturers that have sensors that will do an open and a closed, and in some cases anyways, a tamper, meaning if somebody like pries it off the wall, there's a little button on the back of it. When that button is disengaged, it gets contacted when you press it against the wall. When it pops off, if somebody pulls it off the wall, that will send a signal also that just says, hey, this one's been messed with, this one's been tampered with. So that's not it either. Oh, that's the one you turned into the light switch from the dollar store? Nice. Oh yeah, this must be them. I guess this is them. Okay, and then this might be the same. It might be different. It's hard to tell. You know, a lot of these are just going to end up being repackaged. You know, from one company to another. So, anyways, you asked a simple question about which door sensors, and you got a long answer. Hey, Claudio, how's it going? It worked? Oh, sweet. You're welcome. I love that. We should end now, right? We should end on a high note. Okay, radio hands. Does anyone know if Tasmota supports PWM? Yes, it does. Absolutely does. I can control the individual pins through MQTT by default, but only high and low. As hard as I've looked, I can't see a way to send them a PWM value. If you go into Tasmota and you set something up, like the pin that's going to whatever it is that you're doing, right? If you're doing a strip of LEDs or something, and you set that pin in Tasmota, in the Tasmota UI, as PWM, then when you restart, it will give you a slider. It'll give you a slider bar, and you can slide that bar back and forth. And then if you go to the console, well, I guess you'd have to do it in two things to see what it says. But anyways, you can also there's an MQTT topic for that slider, and you just put in a number that's a percentage. I'm almost positive that's how it works. Because I did do it that one day. Oh, it should be 1 to 255. Okay, instead of 1 to 100, it's 1 to 255. Cool. Zombu knows best. Sent the link. Okay, is it in Discord? Let me find it. I got to catch up on Discord here. Oh, sweet. Is this it? This is Tindy. Oh, awesome. Oh, good man. Good man. 65. That's good, though. It's worth it. Okay. For anybody who wants Luma's plate on Tindy, there it is. There it is. So this is because, you're paying for him to assemble it and all that stuff. So, but hey, if you want it and you want to help him out, have at it. Beat Saber? Don't know what that means. I've heard of it. What is that? Oh, Beat Saber. Oh, that's 3D. Did that pop up somewhere? That's the what is it? The Oculus thing. It needs some setup. Oh, okay. So you still need to do some setup once you get it. I would have guessed, right? You have to connect it to your network and other things. Okay, important question time. Have I played Beat Saber on your Oculus? Yes, the most amazing VR game ever produced. No, but since you say that, I will get it and play it. So do you have the Oculus? Who has an Oculus or any VR? Are we going to put together a VR clan? Start playing VR games together? That'd be so fun. Yeah, we've had the Oculus for a couple months. It's fun. I haven't got to play it very much. You have the Vive. Sending kids to bed in 10 minutes. Danette Hafen, that is my sister telling me that it's time to put the kids to bed. They're in town visiting, so I should probably get going. So let's see. We'll answer a couple more questions. So if you know nothing and are just getting started, then HassOS would be the most likely way to go. Vaughn Reese. Absolutely. Absolutely. No question. If you don't know what you're doing, you're just barely getting started, you just want to start tinkering around, Hass.io is going to be your friend. Absolutely. And it's pretty simple to get started. You need a Raspberry Pi, you need an SD card, and that's it. And then you're going to start needing some switches or some sensors or whatever kind of smart things you want to start setting up. So, let's see what else we got. DK1 and DK2 consumer versions. What's that? What's DK1 and DK2, Zombu? I don't know what you mean. I probably missed part of the conversation. Does anyone know after flashing Sonoff T1 Tasmota, it still works? Yes, it should, Jack. It should. I haven't done it, but it should still work. Because you should be able, I would, if you have the RF bridge and you open the RF bridge and then you push one of the buttons on your T1, you should hear a chime. If you hold the button, you should hear a chime. And then I think you'll see a message in the console of your RF bridge if it's also Tasmotized. Hopefully I'm not leading you astray. I haven't done that, but that's how I understand it should work. Yeesh. Am I hesitating enough to make it clear? I'm not exactly sure if that's right, but I am pretty sure that the RF function is still going to be there. And I think if you have the RF bridge, it should be listening for any RF signal that comes around and assign it a, it'll give you spit out a topic and a payload that will let you use that, activate that button, I guess, if you wanted to. Zombu has the Oculus? No way. Sweet. Any questions about Hass.io? Goes to Hass.io channel, not the Home Assistant channel. Yeah. It's the same thing. Only if it's Hass.io specific, right? If it's Home Assistant and you're asking a question specifically about just like configuration file or something like that, then yeah. But there is a specific, if you're on Discord, make sure you go to the appropriate channel. That's what Zombu's getting at. So here's the list of all these channels, right? So there's one for Home Assistant, general question stuff, one for Hass.io, the cloud stuff and beta stuff. I don't ever even go in there. And then Lovelace, and then DIY. I spend a lot of time in there. Here's some Node-RED stuff, and so lots of great places. If you're doing a lot with Home Assistant and you're not in Discord, you're missing out. I mean, it's I can see the layer from here. Here it is. Regarding the RF still working after flashing Tasmota, yes. If it still works on the iFan O2 because the remote still works for me. So there you go. Thank you, Jeff. So Jeff is, so same principle there, right? It's just a different device. So the T1 has an RF function and it'll still work after you flash Tasmota. The Fan O2 module has an RF function and it'll still work after you flash Tasmota. And that's verified by Jeff right now. What do we got here? DIY dimmer switch. Okay, Marcus. Oh, Mars, sorry. Oh, is this? Oh, cool. So this is just a little module, and here's some code about how you do it. So this is to make, is this for incandescents or for LEDs? Without me reading it. Triac. So this is for incandescents, I think, right? Again, I'm just a doctor. I don't know. Thank you, Mars. I'll check that out too. All right. Couple more things. Let's see if you want the link. Oh, yes. Again, sure. I'll post it if that's okay, James. So here's, if you're using the Sonoff RF bridge and you want a list of useful sensors and stuff that you can use with it, here it is. This is a spreadsheet that's been put together. I think this was by the OpenMQTT Gateway folks, or somebody who uses OpenMQTT Gateway. Anyways, just lists a bunch of brands of all kinds of different 433 megahertz RX, devices, 433 devices that you can use. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you, James. All right, guys. I will answer one or two more little, I keep saying that, I should go. But let's finish up. Anything else? Anybody else want to jump in if you've been sitting there and we missed your question, or you really need some help and you've been too shy to ask? Shoot now, because we got a lot of smart people in here that can help you out. Jeff, that is Luma. Zombu is Zombu is the marketer of the Luma switch plate. Drop a Facebook link, yes sir. How about, oh, you taught me. What I'm going to drop is actually the DrZzs website link. And then on that link, Zombu's got his house full of them. So he's probably got more of them in his house than Luma does. Right? Do you think? Zombu, have you guys counted? All right, we also have this pretty fun, pretty active Facebook group. It's a great place it's slower than Discord, right? If you ask a question in there, it might take a little while to get your answer, but you can get an answer there. So here we go. Facebook. But everything you need at the DrZzs, and hopefully continue to get that website better and better. How does the legality of using 433 stuff work out? Technically, it's only for license use in the US. What? Is that true? I don't know. I mean, I guess if somebody sells a device that uses it, they must have a license, right? I don't know. Help me out. Somebody help me answer Michael here. I'd never thought about anything, running on 433 being reserved for any special purpose. All right. Charlie, in my Home Assistant for Philips Hue bulb, it says that it supports 63 features. Is there a way to get the list of the supported features? Anyone has any idea? My guess is it's probably they're counting every different color that it can produce, and the way that it flashes differently and those kinds of things. So I don't have a Philips Hue. Does anybody have a Philips Hue bulb that they can tell Charlie how he can use Home Assistant to access those different functions? I would guess it would give you some of, it gives you a color wheel probably in Home Assistant and a dimmer, but I don't know. It's for ham bands and shipping containers in the U.S. Really? 433? I don't know. Well, it's all over our houses now. The Wild West frequency. Okay, yeah. Any suggestions on to dimmer hall light set? What kind of light, Jack? First question, right out of the box with dimmers is it LEDs or is it incandescents? Because that makes all the difference. And then either way, I guess it's a module, kind of like what I showed here. Something like this. There's just different modules. You can get one that's for incandescent bulbs. You get ones for LED bulbs, and it depends on which kind of bulbs you're trying to do. Sonoff bulbs work in Home Assistant. They do, Bone Reese, but you have to flash them, right? So none of the Sonoff stuff with the native app works with Home Assistant. It all has to be changed as far as firmware goes, which is the reason for Tasmota, ESP Easy, ESP-NOW, your own sketch if you're fancy. Hues are auto discovered in Home Assistant, and they should. Bobby, you have them. Did they make it easy for you to get access to all their features? You just pick colors off the color wheel and such. Okay, there you go. Michael, did you get your question answered about the frequency? Then it sounds like maybe it is used like ham and containers, or container shipping or something like that. But it sounds like everybody uses it. It's legal due to the low power, but would have to double check to be sure. Yeah, I mean, I'd be shocked if it wasn't legal. I mean, I guess a lot of these websites are coming from China, but Amazon's selling them and they'll ship them to your house. So if it's something really illegal, shouldn't happen, I would think. So look at Discord. Okay, I'm gonna look at Discord and then I am gonna sign off. Janice, you want to send in kids for signing out? Tell the kids to come in. We're gonna say goodnight. What do you got here? Oh, look at that, Tyson. Thank you. Here you go. Everything you want to know about the legality of the 433 megahertz frequency. Anybody, you guys want the link? I'm not gonna post the link. You can just Wikipedia that. No big deal. eWeLink is horrible. Stuff never pairs. You know what happened to me, Travis? You might try. I didn't have my app on the phone updated. The eWeLink app itself, I hadn't updated it in a long time. And I could not pair anything either because I wanted to pair stuff first, check what version of the firmware it had, and then see if it was, over the air flashable or if it was gonna, if I was gonna have to open it up. I opened them all up anyways, but I tried that a few times and I couldn't get anything to pair. And then, I never update apps hardly. I've got like 150 apps in the app store that are waiting for me to update. But when I tried that, somebody said it in a live stream actually when I was trying to do it. They said, update your eWeLink app, and I did, and then I tried it later and it worked. So maybe that's it. Hopefully that's it for you. But yeah, either way, you don't want the eWeLink app if you can help it. I mean, it doesn't work with Home Assistant. That's enough said. Plus you rely on somebody else's server and it flies out there and it flies back here. And anyways, yeah, first time you downloaded it after 10 seconds or so, or after 10 devices. All right. Hold on one second. Let me mute you because I'm going to yell. Hey, kids! Come say goodnight! I didn't mute that, did I? Did you hear me yelling at the kids? That's funny. One second. Hey, if you guys want to come in and say goodnight to the world, you guys want to come up and say goodnight? Dawson and gang, you guys want to come up here and say goodnight on the screen? Come on. Okay. I got the monkeys all on their way. Didn't mute. Yeah, that's funny, huh? I thought I did. I hit the button. Just didn't mute.
Thanks
I
for
guess.
watching.
Oh, okay. You guys know Dawson at the Mohawk. That's Scott back there. He's a cousin. We got Erica and Liz somewhere. Where's the other one?
That's Liz.
Holly. We got Kyle up here. Kyle's too tall. So these are mostly cousins, except a couple. So are we all here? Is everybody here that wants to be here?
I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Good night from Australia. It's 2 p.m. Yeah, we're going to take a nap. The kids are boycotting me. I know, right? Zombu, see? I got 6 weekends off. I got 6 kids. That's how it worked out. Okay, guys. Ready? Thanks for watching.
Until next time, adios.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. Have a good night, everybody. See you later.